Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 4 of the Rings of Power. We set foot in Numenor as the ship that found Galadriel and Halbrand has taken them to the great island nation to kind of go about there, but they're not exactly welcome. And we get a feeling for that as we kind of move along, as there's this strained history between, obviously, the denizens and the elves, at least with the ruling power in state at the time. We learn a little bit about Halbrand. I don't fully trust what we learn, so I'm curious to see where that goes. I have a feeling that Halbrand's not exactly being honest, and I think there's some nefarious stuff going on in the background there. Or at least that's kind of the vibe I've been getting after I've been kind of simmering on it for the last week or so. With that said, we also followed Arondir, who was captured by the orcs the last time we left off with him, and found that he's been put to work helping with a bunch of other elves, his fellow troop, who didn't get to make it out and go home as we might have thought. Hey, they've also been captured and put to work in digging these trenches, these tunnels that the orcs are using to get around unnoticed and out of the sunlight. So yeah, we got a couple things going on. We get some more time with the Harfoots and the stranger. No new clues there really, except that he's looking for the constellation, and they found some semblance of it in this book of prophecies or some shit. I don't know. I don't know where it's all going, but I'm willing to wait and find out. But guys, with that said, we're going to go ahead and hop into this thing. So if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode or any of the previous ones, you can check those out on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. They are in watch-along format, so you just sync up your own footage with the time code to see my reaction to the entire thing. You also get the same thing for all the other shows we cover here on the channel. You get to put forth suggestions and then vote on what movies we react to. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage. I try to make it worth your while since you are going out of your way to support the channel. But of course, I know how we're going to do that, and a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, because it really does go a long way with helping the channel grow here on YouTube. But with that all said and out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and hop into episode 4, The Great Wave. Here we go.
Sometimes our island just needs a stretch. Just like you.
Seems a little more than stretching right now. Whoa! This is happening already? I mean, the title of the episode was The Great Wave, but like, holy shit. This has to be a dream or a vision. Okay, yeah. I was like, there's no way we're just jumping straight to that.
I was only trying to be clever. Cleverness to men of small ambition. I'd much rather it if you were wise, my son.
You know, I can't look at this guy and not see, like, skinny Jack Black. Especially, like, Jack Black as of late.
Workers who don't sleep, don't tire, don't age.
Working people up over the elves.
Queen's either blind or an elf lover, just like her father.
What would she see? Men of Numenor or a gaggle of mewling children? I swear that elven hands will never take Numenor's hell. She will remain, as always, a kingdom of men. Drinks all round.
Turn that situation around.
You should not speak of matters you do not understand, Galadriel, daughter of Finarfin.
And you should stand aside, that I might present my proposal to one who holds the authority to answer it.
Lady Galadriel, that is quite...
Grasping for a handhold in a tempest.
There is a tempest in me. It swept me to this island for a reason, and it will not be quelled by you, Regent.
In a few more days, I'll have the pleasure of calling all of you shipmates. Who now, cadets?
We gonna slip again?
I did everything I was supposed to do to earn it. And what did you do? What have you ever done but brood and blubber about your dead mother?
Oh. How long do you think they were just waiting for him to wake up? some kind of compassion here, it seems like.
I remember the banks were covered in sage blossoms, miles of them.
Why do the orcs call you father?
Would all but require the creation of a new world. But that is something only the gods can do, and I am no god. Not yet.
Ambition.
Go to the men who've taken refuge in the old watchtower. Deliver to them a message.
What message?
I'm sick and tired of watching everything go to tatters and not doing anything about it.
We are doing everything we can. You can either help me or you can make it harder.
Oh gosh.
Roll, Taffy, I'm not going in there. There might be more food. Come on, this place is deserted. Alright, I'll go.
I don't know about that. Won't be for long.
Rowan?
Oh wow. Fast fucker. Booga booga. Hey, the more this kid bleeds, the bigger that sword's gonna get.
Where'd you get that?
Oh! God, man, that would have hurt. Or is this Origian? Yeah.
You seem unsettled today, my lord.
No, I promised myself I wouldn't mention it. He's your friend. Either he's avoiding me or he's hiding something.
It may take several days for an outsider such as you. Dwarven climbers like my husband can make the descent to Quartz Chasm in just a few hours. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about, dearie?
Fuck's going on here?
Quartz Chasm. Not bad. Not bad.
I just hope he believed me.
The old mine below the Mirror.
Damn. And really putting those senses to work. Detective Elrond, man.
Rich crown, kiss the stone, polish your gems and gold.
Well, fuck, dude. Mithril.
I care nothing for whatever is in that chamber. I do care for you. And secrets do not become it. What is the meaning of all this?
I need your oath. When you are lighter than silk, harder than iron as weaponry, it would best our proudest blades. A species.
Alright, that's what it was.
And yours something like me proud.
Oh no, it would be Mithril.
So you really did come all this way just for an egg yolk? Keep it. Token of our friendship.
No.
Very well.
I'm glad we moved past that pretty quick.
Durin, no! There's 4 dwarves down there! Durin?
Damn.
And here I thought your talents ended at draftsmanship.
Scrubbing is good for dexterity. Also, the guildmaster says.
So how about this?
Works in Miyagi-Do as well.
I'm not in the habit of going off with strange young men.
Very wise. If I see any, you'll be the first to know.
Smooth.
Identify what it is that your opponent most fears.
So by your standards, I am in this cell because I am yet to identify what the Queen most fears.
My very low standards, yes.
I demanded to speak with her father, the king in the tower, who no one has seen in years.
See what happens when you stop galloping. And you give yourself a moment to think.
The promise to quell the storm. That first night, as all Numenor slept, you brought me here.
Yo!
I have touched Palantiri before,
But you have not touched this one.
Ooh, 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 whoa. Does this one just signal the doom of Numenor?
His path nearly destroyed us. That is why tomorrow I will announce that you are gone. And this crisis ended.
Thinks if she's not here, it'll go away.
Galadriel. But it is too fine a thread from which to hang a kingdom. I'm sorry.
Damn. The fuck? And bump.
Loosen your lips.
Arondir. Yo. Oh, hot damn. Badass. They still have bows. They can shoot you from the tree line. I'd fucking keep moving, damn it. That's a gorgeous fucking shot, though. They just remembered they had bows. Oh, I love that. They worked the background into this. Or, well, that this was the background. Ooh. Ooh. It's like the opening. Shit, I forget what that's called. I was just watching a video on this the other day, like about like the way sand and grains work when vibrating.
Durin might have been in that shaft when it... I'm sorry I lied to you.
You were faithful to my friend. That is all we need remember.
I love everything with these guys, man.
How is it that you and my husband met?
I told you, I saved him from a hill troll. Two of them.
Yes, I know. I was asking Elrond.
There were 3 trolls, and it was I who saved him.
You wouldn't remember your face if you were gazing in a mirror.
When I came upon him in the forest, he was in the midst of dodging their mallet blows.
Oh, I love it.
It was a battle cry.
The screams were so high-pitched, I thought it was a child, so I took up my bow.
It was a sword.
It was a bow.
Ah, it was a sword.
Oh.
Forever am I with you, my son. Even in anger. Sometimes in anger most of all.
Wait, I think the scene's in the trailer.
Do you know what it is? It is a power fashioned for our ancestors by his master's own hand. Have you heard of him, lad? Have you heard of Sauron?
Yeah, look what you got yourself into, kid.
It's in the tower.
Huh. Are they looking for that sword? Is that why they've been attacking the town? It said they found it. It's in the tower. The kid's at the tower. Sword's at the tower. And they were like, why you got that blade? Oh, what's... Oh.
They'll be gathering soon in the court and in the plaza to hear your announcement.
Then we ought not to keep them.
Hmm. Like, I'd sit. Standing in the boat seems just so impractical. It's starting. Oh, look at that. Too late.
So, I've decided to personally escort the elf back to Middle-earth.
Wait, what?
Aid our mortal brethren, who are now besieged in the Southland.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Who is willing to commit themselves to our Queen Regent's protection? Step forward and make yourself known. I will serve.
All right, that was an interesting episode, man. Some really cool moments in it. I gotta say, it followed all my preferred storylines so far, namely the Elrond, Celebrimbor, and Durin stuff, and Arondir, and all that jazz with him and Bronwyn. The Southland storyline and like the Eregion and Khazad-dûm storylines have been some of my favorite ones. I think the Galadriel one's starting to like win me over a little bit with the whole like Numenor. Since we got to Numenor, I've been really kind of curious about the direction it's going, and I like that they've kind of found their footing here and kind of found their core. What's the word I'm looking for? Their common ground with this Queen Regent. And what's been going on, why they've been so steadfast, why they've been so off-putting about her being there, and then learning about the Great Wave that will eventually befall Numenor. But yeah, in the end, sending her away didn't change anything. So they're like, okay, we gotta try something else, and maybe actually backing her in this expedition to the Southlands to figure things out. Halbrand's also, is that Halbrand? Yeah. Halbrand. Fuck, I don't even remember right now. Anyway, he's free and roaming about, and I'm still not certain on how I feel about him. He's also counseling Galadriel on how to approach certain angles, helping her get into people's heads to figure out what's actually getting a rise out of him. You know, I don't know, man. I think he might be Sauron, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and figure that out. I don't trust him just yet. But I'm curious about this whole, like, what is the importance of that sword? Just that this just barn farmer dude had in his barn that now Bronwyn's son has and like is wielding it about. Was that a special sword, or is that one that all of the armies of Sauron and Morgoth kind of wielded? I didn't know if that was like Sauron's sword is kind of what we're implying, or if that was just crafted during that age to those of the followers, and that was kind of like him kind of holding on to that past, waiting for that day to come, and now he's just like, I know you got the sword, boy. You're one of us now. Please be to Sauron. I don't know if that's all that is like their Confederate flag in a way. I don't know. I'm just kind of curious about that, and why is it so important for the orcs to get that sword back? Why were they really after that? Because it seems like maybe that's the only thing in the end that they were kind of after in that town. And they released Arondir to deliver this message, be like, hey, join us or die. And then that Adar, who's like their father, is like what they're kind of calling him during this situation. I'm not sure that relationship there. I think that's something we'll still have to wait and have that figured out down the line a little bit. It seems like an elf. He seems to know exactly where Arondir was born and raised, and that he's been there, so he's definitely an elf. So I'm curious to see more about that character just in general. So, like, despite the things that have gone on with Durin and the Mithril and all that stuff, and he's like, okay, so wait, that's not why you're here? Okay, never mind then. Chill. Here, have some Mithril. Just don't tell anybody. This is kind of our thing. I'll keep it between you because we're bros. But they still sense that something's off about this proposal from Celebrimbor, which Elrond's not really picked up on yet. And we kind of, I think, know, like, meta knowledge that there's something a little fishy about what's going on with that. Just with foreknowledge a little bit with the Rings of Power and the One Ring and all that eventually coming into play. But they're picking it up. So it's like, all right, go, be my eyes and ears. If anything's weird, figure it out. It just seems a little odd, but, you know, Elrond at least seems sincere and trustworthy. And I like that every moment between Durin and Elrond so far in this show has been some of my favorite scenes, and especially between Elrond and Disa. She's a sweetheart, man. I love every scene with her, and then like the whole like song to the stone and all that was gorgeous. That was the way that was incorporated into the soundtrack, and then as that transitioned into the scene itself. That whole sequence was just beautiful. I really enjoyed that a lot. Yeah, overall, I thought this was a much better episode than the last one. Yeah, man. Funny enough, and I just realized this, we didn't spend any time with the Harfoots. But this dude at the end was like, you saw the sign, right? The meteor, the shooting star, the falling star or whatever, is a sign of Sauron rising back. So is that Sauron? I don't know, man. I'm jumping all over the place because that's clearly evoking imagery to make us think of Gandalf, even though this isn't the right time or place for him to show up. There's a lot of theories floating around about who that character is. It doesn't make sense to me for it to be Sauron just flaming out of the sky like that in the crater. But they did mention that the evil here in that fortress was so vile that their torches gave off no heat. And that fire around him gave off no heat. Because Nori touched it, nothing happened. And then the fireflies dying and all that stuff. It seems like innocent and playful and maybe an accident. But I don't know, man. Some people think he might be a proto-Balrog or somebody that's going to turn into one. Some people think Sauron. Somebody think he might be one of the wizards just coming in early. They are changing and adapting things, obviously, because they don't have access to all the things, because the Tolkien estate wouldn't sell anybody, not just Amazon, but anybody, the Silmarillion or Unfinished Tales. They're just kind of working off what they can to build out this story. So I don't know. They could switch it up. It could be any of the wizards coming in early. It could be another Maiar. It could be somehow Sauron, who's left this plane and then went back into space and then shot himself out of a catapult down to Earth. Fuck if I know right now, man. But I just got to say, I really did enjoy this episode. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to you guys. What did you think of the episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join our Discord. We can talk about it there as well. Links to that in all my social description box below. Follow me each and every one of those. If you want to see the full-length reaction, or it's on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. And speaking of, before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny, Sherrod, Ryan, Karen, Jason, Coleman, Philly, Vane, Yori, Corey, Scott, Margaret, Grace, Mary, Bradley, Melita, Robert Anguiano, and Raven McCann. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's another episode down, and I'll see you guys next week for another. Take care, everybody.